Everyone we see is a reflection of us. There's a lot of debate between flat earth theory and whether the globe is round. And it kind of stems from the idea that we need to be right. That, people need to be proven one way or the other. But does it? At the end of the day, does it matter if the earth is flat or round? I mean, does it change the fact that the earth is flat or round? So let's say the earth is flat. What then? Does that change all of the science and the scripture? Do they have to release all the information that the earth is flat and then prove to everyone what they're hiding? So you see, flat earth theory isn't just about flat earth. It's about releasing the information that the governments have held secret from you about what the earth really is. The earth can be a hologram in one theory. It can be flat earth in another theory. There can be lands beyond the ice wall. And it can be an oval or it can be a globe. But ask yourself, at the end of the day, does it change anything? There's so much that we haven't been told about how the earth operates, about what it actually is. That's more important. You see, I don't really believe that the earth is entirely a globe. I think it's more oblong or oval shape. Are we in a firmament? Is it flat? There are so many factors, but at the end of the day, we will only know when we see the true accounts of history. But I think people want to be proven right. People want to tell other people, I told you so. But that doesn't move progress, or that doesn't help society by shaming someone else for their belief. I think it's important that we ask questions. I think that's where the importance lies. The fact that we can sit down and have a conversation or a discussion about whether the earth is flat or round is what's more important when we ask the question, how or why? And then we ask questions on, okay, well, if the earth is a firmament or a globe or a triangle, whatever it might be, what then? Well, let's say the earth is a flat disk, but underneath that flat disk is half a globe. And then on the top of this disk is a firmament. Then technically we are a globe, more of a snow globe. So what if we are that? We are exactly a snow globe, but on the bottom we're encased in a round being. What's beyond the ice wall in Antarctica that they're unwilling to share? What's beneath the Earth's surface? These are more important questions to whether the answer is flat or round. Because at the end of the day, they have to provide the evidence of the stuff that they're hiding. So it's not really about whether the earth is flat or round. It's about what are they hiding? What are they not telling you about? Why is there a no-fly zone around Antarctica? And we can go into conspiracies all we want. We know what's there. People can put two and two together. They're slowly releasing documentation and information bit by bit to slowly change society, to ease them into a way of extraterrestrial life. The whole idea of the narrative is to ease you into it. If you come out with all these facts, the common people won't be able to handle it and they'll lose their mind. Which is why when you come out and say the earth is flat, well, this person who's lived their life for over 40 years will beg to differ. But if you slowly release information about exactly how the earth is, or about ETs, and bit by bit it enters its way into society, into schools, into people's minds, all of a sudden you're in a new narrative. This is how they control you. This is why the theory of flat earth is unbelievable. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter, is because they go hard hitting from the get-go. And they can be called crazies because they're not trying to ease you into it. I don't really see much point in arguing whether one is right or wrong. That's not how it works. One needs to sit down and discuss the relative actions of what would it do for society if it was flat? Would it change how you live? Does it change how we know? Does it change the shopping centers? I don't think it does. Does it make that person feel happy that all the stuff that they knew to be correct was right? Well, I think it makes their life easier. But then ask yourself, what do they do then? Do they jump on the next bandwagon and try to release that information? I think they're an advocate for the truth at the end of the day. So you see, not all people are conspiracy hooligans or flat earthers. They're just advocates for the truth. It's just some people choose not to discuss it and ram it down your throat, or at least that's the agenda of the narrative. You have to allow for the very fact that the people in charge, as we know with governments, are two sides to the same bird. So if you want to try to release information without releasing information, of course you're going to try to tell people how it is in a way where it's unbelievable. You can't put that past them. Of course they can do that. So ask yourself, how does the government release information, or how does the military and all this stuff release information to the general public? They're not going to release it bit by bit all in one go. They're going to take their time over generations. They've got all the time in the world. They don't care about you. The fact that we can answer and ask these questions about what is the earth? Why are we here? Is it round? Is it a globe? Is it half of this? Is it, are we in space? Do we spiral? What are all those things in the sky? Are they stars? Are they some type of hologram that we're here and what we see and what we perceive is only what we've been taught? So much to take on and adopt. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you believe we are living on a holographic globe or a flat earth, or just a regular earth like in the history books. It doesn't matter. What matters is your ability to understand that things could be different, that you are open to possibilities of change. Knowing that the government have been lying to you about all the things through history, through schooling, why would they not lie to you about this? You can't trust these people in power. They are not your friend. They are not your family. And they have no right to teach your children. They have no right to enter anywhere near your family or your children. your religion, or anything that evolves or creates a new person, a new strength or wisdom, power or prosperity for any person. The government should be there to handle the situations when it comes to the betterment of each country, in trade, in fixing things, and growing to sustainable living. By using the funds and helping each country and each person achieve greatness. Ask yourself, does your government do that? Or do they promote war and secrecy? Is your government transparent with all of its laws and rules? Or do they hide and deceive? Why is it that governments around the world are always a two-party preferred system? Why are they no different? I mean, the religions in different countries, you have food that is different, you have lifestyle choices that is different, you have agendas, languages, everything in all of these different countries are different from one another, but yet the government are the same two-party preferred system pretty much everywhere you go. Ask yourself, how is that possible? Why is that possible? These are the questions that need to be asked. How can you have a two-party preferred system in all these different countries around the world where everything else is different, yet politics in a two-party preferred system is the same? That doesn't make any sense, unless it has been fabricated that way to deceive the public into voting one way or the other. Ludicrous. So, is Earth flat or round? It doesn't matter. Asking questions and opening doors to the mind is what is very important. But we need to remove ourselves from the anger and the hatred from one side of the other and have a debate that is friendly and healthy. If you're a flat earth, tell me why you believe it's flat earth. I'm willing to listen. If you believe it's round, tell me why you believe in gravity. Tell me about the solar systems. Where did you learn this information? Who did it come from? Where did it come from? What era was it written in? You see, we jump to conclusions because we want to believe what we've learned is the truth, when sometimes what we believe might be a lie. Because you don't know who actually wrote it, unless you do your research. That doesn't mean everything is true. Some things can be written to deceive. Even flat earth, no one is saying that one or the other. But ask yourself, how much are you willing to invest in your government without doing the research behind it? And when things start getting into heated discussions and debates where you start getting into the real good juicy goss, what does your government do? What do they do when they don't know an answer? What do they do if they don't want to answer? Why can't they answer in an appropriate manner, in a healthy way, in a way that is honest? They hide behind secrets and lies and manipulation tactics when they should be releasing the truth to the people. If your government is for you, they will tell you what's going on, the same in any leadership or management course. They would tell you what's going on and where your money's going. Do you think they do that? No, they don't care. So you see, something as simple as a discussion between flat earth and a globe is far more important than figuring out who is right and who is wrong. That is your left and right wing factions. I'm right, you're wrong. No, I'm right, you're wrong. It just doesn't work. That's exactly how they want it. But if we can all come together and have that beautiful discussion and debate and just talking things through, whether one is right or wrong, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. for we're asking the right questions. And when we do that, we release the boundaries. We bring in the information we seek. We are the truth seekers, and we want the truth. We don't want to be fed lies anymore. So how many lies are you willing to be told before you start asking questions? How many questions have you asked? Or does it bore you? How many bugs do you want to eat on your table? How many vaccines do you want to take? There's so much going on that is deemed conspiracy, but is happening right in front of our face. You can't deny it any longer. All the people want is the truth. They don't want someone to follow or someone to lead them to a savior. That is, at the core of it, just a hypothetical belief system that dictates control and manipulation. If you want to move forward, it's about collective growth. You hear them talking about the collective, mass consciousness, the getting everyone vaccinated, which is the mass vaccination or whatever it is. Herd immunity, I think they call it. It's more like herd manipulation, because the more people you have on side, the more power you have. The more people that can be labeled crazy and conspiracy theorists, the more they get outcasted and shunned. So their agenda moves forward. These are hot topics. There's so many discussions underneath it, and it raises questions. And people who have listened this far can understand that it doesn't matter whether one believes it or not. You talk about the facts. You talk about the details, and you talk about the things that matter from your heart. If you can talk about the latest TV show or what went on at work, why can't you talk about these things? Does it strike a nerve under your skin? Does it bore you? Does it agitate you? Good. Because it needs to. If something is frustrating you because it's either the truth or because it bothers you, then it needs your attention. So if a flat earther comes to you and believes in flat earth, are you going to shun them? Are you going to say you're wrong? Or are you going to ask them, explain yourself. Why do you believe that way? Tell me why you believe. And sometimes they might have truth. It doesn't matter at the end of the day whether they're right or wrong. Sometimes a theory is just that. How many science hypotheses are just theories, but not proven facts? But for some reason, they're involved in our school principles, or they're involved in science, but they're not proven facts. But somehow we've adopted them. There's so many things out there that shouldn't be where they are, but they have manipulated the public to believe it. So what do you believe? With peace and love always.